What the heck is a digital Jedi? They're looking for a master of Salesforce, willing to do whatever it takes, because the dark side never sleeps. What the actual? Okay, so if you're going through a job post that sounds like they're doing too much, odds are you're going to end up doing too much as well. Job hunting can get pretty stale pretty quickly, where you'll end up feeling like every job description just reads like each other and everything sort of melts together. When that starts happening, you should probably take a break. However, if that's not an option, here are some red flags you should steer clear of on your job search. If it feels like they're trying way too hard to make things fun, when in reality it's just a standard industry job, walk away. Weird creative titles used to mask how mundane a job is a glaring red flag. If you feel like you have to think twice before adding something like digital Jedi to your resume, you probably want to think twice before applying. Job listings are oftentimes written by a third-party recruiter or even by AI scripts. They're hired by the company to fill the position, and if they have to resort to some kind of gimmick to catch your attention, it's a pretty good sign that the job itself is pretty stale. If you feel exhausted after reading all the requirements, odds are the company has no idea what they're looking for, so they want everything. This is especially true for any tech-related role like data scientist or engineer. While the requirements for a candidate should be comprehensive, giving you a sense of the skills you'll need to be successful, it shouldn't read like a shopping list where even the kitchen sink is included just to be safe. This is a clear sign that the hiring manager is confused or does not have enough information as to what the role might entail. If you're confused after reading the job listing, run. I'm talking about a clear mismatch between the role and the responsibilities. An entry-level role should not require senior-level skills or duties. A company that does this is probably trying to hire someone more senior for less pay. The opposite is also true. If a role sounds senior, but what you're supposed to do sounds pretty basic, that's a sign that they're trying to get highly qualified people and give them menial jobs. Roles and responsibilities need to match, or at least make sense. After reading a few job listings in your field, you should get a good sense of what companies are looking for at the different levels. If you can't find basic information like the salary range, who you're reporting to, types of employment, if it's full-time, part-time contract, benefits, and so on, then you should just pass. You should be able to figure out all this information just from a glance, because this is the stuff that is standard to all roles, regardless of the industry. A company looking to recruit the best talent will know what they're looking for and will be transparent about it. If you need to email a recruiter to ask a basic question like, how much is this job paying? Do yourself a favor and don't apply. Last but not least, if the interview process feels like a marathon with one too many take-home tests, remember, you're looking for a position at a company, not at a circus. You shouldn't have to feel like you're jumping through a bunch of hoops, unless you're literally looking to work for a circus, of course. I highly suggest steering clear of interview processes that have more than 3 rounds. By the way, if you want to understand the hiring process from the hiring organization's point of view, check out this video. It will help you put all of this into perspective. At most, you should be looking at an async interview on HireVue or a similar platform, a skills and behavioral assessment, and a few cultural fit interviews. In total, it should not take you more than 2 to 3 weeks to finish the entire process. Anything longer than that, and it's a clear sign that they're not really respecting your time or that it's not an urgent position for them to fill. Either way, it's a complete waste of your time. So now you know, if a job listing is clear of all these red flags, you're safe to apply. Picking out the right job to apply is half the battle. The other half is making it past the AI interview screening process. If you want to get an edge over others and fly past interview hurdles, we built Voomer, where you can practice on questions for thousands of companies and get AI-powered feedback on your answers. That way, you can quickly improve and land that dream job. So to sum up, honestly, while most job listings all read the same, they are that way for good reason. So if you catch anything that's completely out of the norm and makes you think twice, it's probably not worth it. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you want me to cover that I haven't in this video. I usually reply within a day. Let's get you hired. Check out the rest of our channel for more interview tips, including things such as improving your camera and audio setup.